Hello everyone, and in today's video is going to be about fish farming. So many people do not actually understand how many of the fish should they actually put in their pond. So this is one of the most common question, okay, to say, so how many fish should I actually put in my pond? Okay, I've got a small pond, I've got this kind of a pond, medium pond, or whatever culture system that you have. So how much, okay, or how many of the fish should you put in that thing that you want to use for keeping fish? It might be, now you have to understand, this is business, okay? So you have to be very strategic in terms of how many fish are you going to put in your pond. And in today's video, that's what I'm going to actually share with you. So remember to subscribe, follow me, and share my videos. Thank you so much. Let's dive into this. So, now let's say you have a fish pond, and this fish pond has this kind of a shape. It's a rectangular shape, okay? So let's say, for example, this is 20 meters, and let's say this is 15 meters. Or maybe I'm going to say so 20 meters, 10 meters. So if you have a fish pond that has those dimensions, so how do you go about knowing how many of the fish should you put in this kind of a pond? Now remember, you have to be very careful when it comes to the shape of your pond and also the design, okay? And the rectangular pond is the common one because it is easier for you to calculate the number of fish that you can put into that pond. So let's take, for example, you have the fish pond that has this kind of measurement. So you have the length of 20 meters and the width, or rather the breadth of 10 meters. So how many of the fish should you put in a pond? Now here is a disclaimer, okay? I'm not saying that this is the number of fish that you should put in. I'm not saying that you can put whatever number you want. But for the sake of investment and proper return on your investment, okay, you should be very careful. And what I'm giving you is what we as fish scientists have actually experimented on to understand what number of fish could actually be optimal in any given area. Okay, so every area has got its own number of fish that you can put in. So having said that, so you're going to say so now, what is the standard stocking? Okay. What is the standard stocking density? Okay. So the stocking density is how many fish, okay, that you need to put in your pond, okay, per square meter. Okay. Now it has been established, okay, through experimental research that per square meter, okay. Now, per square meter, all you need is this, let's say 5 to, let's say 8. Okay, this is all you need. Now, it has been established, okay, so you can read actually different sources or literature about stocking density, okay. So how much per meter square the number of fish, okay, per meter square is required, okay. So this is a range, okay. So 5 to 8 fish, okay, but also you can go up to 10. But I want to make things homogeneous, okay. Make things homogeneous, and this could be, okay. So if you go up to a square meter of your pond, you're putting 10 fish. Okay, and obviously some other people, they say 10 is too much, can you come down to 8? Of course, the reason is simple, and that is more justifiable because that also goes with do you have enough oxygen, and what is the level of management are you providing in order to raise your fish to the maximum standard or to ensure that there is maximum growth coming out from your fish. Okay, so that also goes with other several factors, okay? The quality of water, the management, okay? And also just to ensure that maybe you don't have enough oxygen, okay? So what is the alternative? So it's to reduce the number of fish per meter square. But understanding all those things, okay, depending if you are capable of providing all those, kind of strategies in order to ensure that there is enough growth attained by your fish. So I'm going to actually say the standard actually varies, okay, and also depends on the skill set that you have. So it actually depends on the skill set that you have. Okay, so we are going to say if 10 is fine, and when you go with 10 per square meter, then I would actually encourage you that you strengthen, okay, you tighten your management in terms of fish management, in terms of understanding the oxygen, water quality, and everything, okay. So if we now establish that for us per square meter it is 10 fish, then we can now know how many in total, the number of fish do we need actually to go and buy and put it in our pond and start the production. Okay, so from there, then we can say that now the area of this is going to be 20 meters multiplied by 10. Okay, and this is going to be 200 meters squared. So this will be 200 meters squared. And then now, so stocking now is going to be, the total number of fish is going to be 1 meter square equals to 10. So we are saying now 10 fish per meter square. Now what about 200? Okay, so this is simple math. So what you do is so now what you do is 200 times 10 equals to x, and this is going to be, okay, so therefore so the total number of your fish okay, so now then what you have is that in your fish pond, which is 20 by 10, so if we establish, and knowing that we have done some assessment in terms of oxygen availability, in terms of skills and expert of our workers, and everything else in order, then we can say that the total number of fish to put in the pond is 2,000, okay, fingerlings in your fish pond. So that's how you can go about that. So it's a simple math. What you just need to understand is you can't go beyond 10, okay? Then that becomes too extreme when you go above 10. So I encourage you 10 to be the maximum, and then you can be playing within 5 to 10, and any number in between you can actually get, so that that will determine how many fish could be put in a pond. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and yeah. So if you have any question, please let me know in the comment section, and also you can contact me via WhatsApp. That is with my number 0964 460218. So this is Vertical Aquaculture Consultants. We provide consulting services and also other things that you need to know more. So you can also go to my website, which is www.verticalacademy.top, okay, /fish farming. Okay, so then you'll be able to find some other available things that I do offer as a consultant. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. It's bye-bye.